You probably train your chest, your arms, your abs. You focus on what you can see, what people admire, what looks strong. But there's one area almost nobody trains. One area that can decide everything in a real fight, and that is your neck. This is not about aesthetics. This is not about looking impressive. This is about survival. Because in a real fight, there are no second chances. There is no time to recover. There is no pause. When things go wrong, they go wrong fast. And the difference between staying conscious and hitting the ground can come down to something most people ignore completely: your neck. Most people think knockouts are just about power. They think it's about who hits harder, but that's not the truth. Knockouts happen when your head snaps violently, when your brain moves inside your skull, when your body fails to absorb the impact, and your neck is the first line of defense. If your neck is weak, your head moves freely, and that movement is what shuts everything down. But if your neck is strong, you reduce that movement. You absorb part of the force. You stay more stable. And that small difference can decide everything. That's why real fighters never ignore neck training, because they understand something most people don't. You don't rise to your strength. You fall to your weaknesses. When a punch lands, your head accelerates instantly and violently. If your neck is weak, your head snaps back or to the side with no resistance, and your brain crashes against the inside of your skull, causing a knockout. But when your neck is strong, it acts like a stabilizer. It reduces the speed of that movement. It absorbs part of the impact, and it keeps your head more controlled. This is why some fighters can take hits that would instantly drop others. It's not magic. It's not just toughness. It's structure. It's preparation. It's adaptation built through training over time. A strong neck doesn't make you invincible, but it increases your chances of staying in the fight. And in a real fight, that's everything. Because once you're out, it's over. A strong neck is not only about taking hits, it's about control, especially in close combat situations, in grappling, in clinches, in chaotic exchanges. Your head position determines your balance, your leverage, and your ability to react. If your neck is weak, you get pulled, you get controlled, you get dominated. But if your neck is strong, you resist, you stabilize, you maintain posture and control distance. This is why wrestlers and jiu-jitsu fighters have incredibly strong necks, because they understand that control starts at the head. Whoever controls the head often controls the fight. That control is built through strength, endurance, and repetition. The most ignored weapon. Everyone wants visible strength, bigger arms, a wider chest, abs that show discipline. But none of that matters if you can't handle impact. None of that protects you when things get real. The neck is invisible power. Nobody notices it, nobody compliments it, but it might be the only thing that keeps you conscious in a critical moment. And that's why it's ignored, because it's not flashy, it's not comfortable, it doesn't give immediate validation. But in a real fight, your opponent doesn't care how you look, only how you react under pressure, only how well your body holds together when force hits you. This is the difference between training for appearance and training for reality. Fighters don't train randomly, they train with intention. They build strength in every direction, forward, backward, and side to side, because impact doesn't come from one angle. They use controlled movements, bridges, resistance bands, manual resistance, and bodyweight exercises, focusing on control, not ego. Slow repetitions, consistent tension, and gradual progression, because the neck is sensitive, and careless training leads to injury, not strength. Real fighters understand that consistency builds resilience, not intensity. They don't rush the process, they respect it. They build it over time, because they know one moment of impact will test everything they've built. Neck training is uncomfortable, it burns, it feels unnatural, it challenges you in ways most exercises don't. And that's exactly why it matters, because growth doesn't happen in comfort, it happens in resistance. Every repetition builds more than muscle. It builds tolerance, it builds mental strength. It teaches you to stay calm under pressure, to resist panic, to control your body when everything feels unstable. And that carries into every aspect of fighting. Because fighting is not just physical, it's psychological. It's about staying composed when chaos hits. Amateurs train what looks good, they follow trends, they chase validation. Warriors train what actually matters. They prepare for impact, for chaos, for the unexpected. They focus on what keeps them alive, not what gets attention. They build strength where others are too lazy or too uncomfortable to go. And that's where the real advantage is built, not in what everyone sees, but in what everyone ignores. Because when the moment comes, when things get real, only what you've trained remains, and weaknesses get exposed instantly. If you want to become stronger, you can't just follow the crowd. You have to go where others don't. You have to train what others avoid. You have to build what others ignore. Because that's where separation happens. The neck is not just another muscle. It's protection, it's control, it's resilience. It's the difference between absorbing impact and being destroyed by it. So the next time you train, don't skip it, don't ignore it, don't underestimate it. Because in a real fight, there are no second chances. And when that moment comes, you will fall to the level of your preparation, not your intention. If this made you see things differently, then don't ignore it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and start training with purpose. No more blind spots, no more weak links. Build real strength